Welcome to the next class. After the class where we talked about writing and the importance of writing, that class actually continues. So this is the second part of it where we keep talking about media writing and the essentials of media writing. What are the basic tools you require when writing for the mass media? I have done some form of abbreviation here for you to be able to remember some of these basic tools, and it's divided into three major categories. So the first one is GSP, and by GSP I mean grammar, spelling, and punctuation. These are very important in writing process. Your grammar, your spelling, and also your punctuation, because good grammar, appropriate spelling, and proper punctuation while writing a piece gives understanding. And secondly, we have the APV, which is active passive voice. So the use of active voice, the use of passive voice is very essential. The proper use of active and passive voice is very, very essential in a writing piece so that you do not mislead your audience in how your sentences are structured. And the third category consists of four structure sentence. So the basic sentence structure, which is the four basic sentence structure. It's important for you to understand that as well so that you know how to construct your sentences in the proper and acceptable manner. So let's look at these tools. You need to know when they should be properly used. You need to know how to make use of them while writing. You also need to offer so many diverse possibilities in expressing the information you want to give to your audience and the idea you want to pass on to your audience. Such diversities, the understanding of such diversities would help your writing to be interesting, it will help you connect to your audience as well. An application of these rules should also expand as you build your writing skills and knowledge. What are you expected to know? The 8 basic parts of speech: the noun, verb, pronouns, conjunction, interjections, adjectives, adverbs, and prepositions. You should understand what they are, how they are used in a writing piece. Then the basic unit of English usage, the sentences that you use. Sentence parts, that's the subject and the predicate. Now, why is it required to learn all these rules as a mass media writer? This is a question you should ask yourself. Not just ask yourself, you should also be able to attend to these questions as well. Understanding of this will help you know how important you need to learn in order to be a good and a better writer for the mass media. So, grammar is a system of rules that define the use of language. That's according to Stovall J. 2009. And then what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that consists of a subject, a verb, and expresses a complete thought. Take note of that aspect of the definition. Expresses a complete thought. So the purpose of using sentences is also for your audience to understand. A simple sentence is just an independent clause. A complex one consists of an independent clause and also one dependent clause, while a compound sentence consists of two independent clauses and should be separated by a comma and a conjunction, while a compound sentence consists of two independent clauses and one dependent clause. So sentences are also classified by their content, and we can say a sentence could be declaration, making a declaration, which means making a statement. Interrogative, so when you ask a question, it could also be referred to as a sentence. Imperative, when you are giving a command. Go to your room now, that is a complete sentence. Exclamatory, expressing a strong emotion about how you feel about something or something someone has done. So this can also be referred to as a sentence. So when you give a command, it's expressing a complete thought as well. Sentence fragment, a sentence that does not express a complete thought, can be referred to as a sentence fragment. Common grammar problems that we have that we need to resolve: the singular and plural agreement. So singular subjects take a singular verb. So we need to understand what singular subjects are, and we need to understand what singular verbs are as well. So examples are: the consent of both sets of parents are needed for a juvenile. Using a pronoun to refer to a noun is referred to as antecedents. So when we say the boys believe they could win, the boys believed they could win. The team believed they could win. So these are some of the common grammar problems. When you say a team, it is singular, definitely not plural. So active and passive voice, we're done with sentences. It refers to the way in which verbs are used. Active voice, the emphasis is on the subject as the participants, while passive voice, the emphasis in most cases could be taken away from the subject, which sometimes could be misleading. It throws the action onto the object. It is formed by putting a helping verb such as is or was in front of the past tense of the verb for better understanding. All right, so let's go to the next slide. We have, yes, there's a book called Brighter Grammar. You can look up at the chapter 2, chapter 8 and 9 to learn more about nouns, about articles, countable and uncountable nouns for better understanding. These are some of the things you should also learn for you to better understand the English language that will lead us in this process. Thank you so much for listening. I am Dr. Tolulope Kayode Adedeji. If you have any questions, please be open to putting it in the comment section for us to address. Thank you.